Friends of our channel and YouTubers, welcome. Answers of an Alien from Andromeda, Video 78, May 21, 2012. To dispel doubts that are generating a lot of demand to CB, this information complements our last meeting. The overpopulation of the planet Earth was caused by an error in the administration of your elites. There was no intelligence or consensus one during the industrial era. They required consumers to obtain economic volume. Today, with automation and mass production of goods, large underserved populations that have multiplied out of control are not consumer of goods, only consume resources and generate pollution and destruction of nature. Your elites relied on disasters natural to reduce the surplus population, but the Community Galactica had delayed the schedule, interfering to reduce effects, especially in the last year. The elites really believe that they will be saving the planet with these measures to reduce 2/3 of the population. There are better solutions to this dilemma, but depends on the input of the planet in the new frequency, and the recognition of the race of Earthlings by the community. The technological solutions would be free energy, balanced exploitation of renewable resources of the planet, climate control to optimize production, decontamination of the environment, recovery of the fauna and flora. With these steps, the planet could maintain the current population and everyone could have the opportunity to develop within their limitations or capacity. The depopulation of the planet would be in charge of natural selection of reincarnation, where each would be transferred to its rightful place in the scale of development of humanoid societies available to welcome new members. This would be feasible and smooth the way to solve the problem of your current overcrowding. See, the planet has not passed to the new frequency range, so it is not yet possible direct intervention. Your elites know this and will take advantage of that space of time to execute their own plans for depopulation, eliminating the ethnic groups they consider it a hindrance to their agenda prepared for the new age. The wars and local conflicts will be started at any time, just in areas overpopulated by people considered by them as non-viable to the new context. The region in question today concentrates almost 50% of the population of the planet. The one that provides Pleiadians can take the initiative of the Community Galactica is to prevent the use of atomic weapons, but this will not prevent the action of conventional weapons, chemical and biological agents that could easily tear up these populations. Understand, this is a local problem of a colonial society. We cannot interfere until you are stabilized by itself as a viable race. We can only hope for you and help indirectly, as we can. Your entire social history is recorded in historical databases of Community Galactica. Probes have engraved your fighting between nations from thy prehistory. In your last World War, Pleiadians probes flew close to your aircraft to film the mass exterminations. When you have used atomic weapons against populations first, Arcturians and Pleiadians filed suit for a limited intervention to your atomic firepower, and received the release of Galactic Community for nearly 10 years ago. After the end of this year, with upgrade of the planet, we can have carte blanche to act with the remaining societies. The destabilization of the planet caused by natural effects of the sun and heavenly bodies is already happening since a few years ago, but now will expand globally. The Arcturians, with the help of several other breeds, are ending the expansion of safe places, to protect populations remnants of the great climatic changes that may follow. We do not have access to all scripts and possibilities that are being studied by the Community Galactica for your planet, but we trust they always act in the most correct possible. With respect to the first encounters and interventions, we believe it does not will be so difficult by the population. When you're drowning, you hold the first thing that is floating around to try to breathe. Only after this you will notice where you grabbed it, and thank whatever it is, because he extended his hand to you on time. Many of us are fully prepared to perish in this type of mission, but will all make sense in another incarnation, and this cause is always worth the sacrifice for a new colony budding in our universe. We will be part of the history of this new colony, with great pride. Doubts about the Nibiru system. Let's review. The system came in the southern quadrant, passing through the position that would beam the Earth's axis. When it was diverted by crew lines, was taken to the vicinity of the Oort cloud, and was waiting to be released again. Your governments followed it with the radio telescopes in Antarctica and were caught by surprise. You on Earth are still thinking about the speed of light, rockets, propulsion. We talked about instantaneous transfer from one quadrant of the universe to the other, not as you know the time on the distance and speed. If so, our ship would not reach Andromeda in a few minutes so far, only time to authorize the portal. What you still do not understand is that it does not need to physically travel to the location at a great speed. It is simply transferred there, through the portals opened by the ships that heard it. He has been released, but the timing is another. He will reach the correct relative position in its orbit of approximately 3,600 years, during the next corrections. He was purposely removed from the scene, after a long deliberation of Community Galactica, so cannot cause a mass extinction on the planet precisely in this important passage of age. Enoch, Nemesis, or any other name you want to give the new planet Pleiadian, rather this is changing the climate of planets in your solar system, but it is up to the system to adjust to his presence. It is not a dwarf star, is only a planet, which could be announced as a wandering planet by your scientists when they deem most appropriate. Have we mentioned it, as you guys think that Enoch get here? Traveling through space? Of course not. I believe that reiterating this information, I am reducing the many questions sent by many of you. Until our next meeting, be with peace. Thanks for watching. Join our channel. You are welcome there.